Hi, welcome to Joanna's DIY Life. I am glad you are here. This is a Sew It Saturday video, and I am going to attempt to make a serger cover, okay? I wanted a serger cover for this because I don't use it all the time, and I wanted to do a Pioneer Woman one. So I've got my fabric, I've got my pattern that I DIY'd. I'll show you how I done that, and then we'll get started, okay? I do want to ask you though, if you don't have it, to download what's called Fetch Rewards. It is an app on your phone. It's easy to use and it's free, and all you do is just take a snapshot of your receipts, and when you upload them to this coupon thing, it's like using coupons, but you don't have to use coupons. You can actually use coupons if you do, and then also snap your receipt, and you still get at least 25 points per receipt, okay? You'll get bonus points when you sign up through my link, and then I'll get bonus points as well. I personally use my bonus points toward Amazon purchases because you get a little gift card or online gift certificate thing, and then you get to redeem that code, and I do that a lot. I have actually got things from Amazon for free. So if you don't mind and you don't have it, check that out, would you? And use my link, and we'll both receive points, and I would sure appreciate that because I shop on Amazon for my channel more times than I shop anywhere for my channel except Dollar Tree. You know, maybe lately I do shop Amazon more than Dollar Tree. But nonetheless, I'm done with that infomercial. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so what I done, this was the easiest way for me. I have serger covers that came with my sergers, okay? This one I want to keep. It's got a hole in it, but still, it's my newest one, so I'm going to keep it. But see how it has lines right here, lines right here? Okay, this is my old one. Y'all, a really old one. It is so, ugh. But anyways, I flattened that out, used my pattern weights, and I use this to make me a pattern. And all I done was cut these and then cut that top, just like I did this, okay? So this will fit. It fits my old serger and it fits my new serger. So I reckon it will fit any standard serger, all right? So here is the pattern, and you'll want to cut this on the fold. This will be your bottom hem, and you do need a yard of fabric, and the reason being, your yard of fabric is this way. You can buy the 1 yard pre-bolts or the 3 yard pre-bolts, and either will work. It depends on how much fabric you want left. But anyway, it is 1 yard long, and then, you know, the what width, but you want to fold it, sorry about that, this way, because this is the way you're going to have it. And since this, you know, doesn't matter which way it's going, up or down, that's a plus for us. You know what I'm saying? And you can quilt this if you want to. I am not going to quilt it. This is just a quick little cover that I'm making for my serger. Now you're going to place this on the fold. Now, if you want to, you can use your pattern weights and use your rotary cutter. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, if you're not good at that, by all means, pin it and use scissors, okay? Because you do not want this to mess up, because then it won't sew right. So anyway, I'm short a few, so I'm just going to lay a ruler down here. So at this point, you just take your rotary cutter or your scissors and you cut along your line without cutting your paper. Now mind you, I'm not real good with a rotary cutter yet. I'm learning, but this is so much easier than using your scissors. I am going to use my ruler because I got off bad, okay? I just did. Okay, I'm all cut out, and I'm going to take my 505 spray, and I am going to spray this down and stick this to my fabric this way. This is a long one, and then I'll patch it in the middle, okay? So all I'm going to do, I might spray my fabric. That might be easier. Spray my fabric. Just give it a light coat. I don't like this stuff getting on my mat, I'll just tell you. Then I'm going to take my batting and I'm going to lay it evenly on here and just push it down. Now, the reason I use this is because I don't have fusible. I much prefer fusible, but I don't have it, so this is what I'm using. So I'm going to take a pair of, I don't care about scissors, and I'm going to cut this along here, and then I'm going to match it in the middle. Cut these notches out. We don't need those. And then I will have it ready to show you how to sew. Okay, now the first seam we are going to sew is these seams right here. You can put a backing fabric on this as well. I am not. It's just going over a serger, so I don't care. This thing is handy for mistakes. I made a mistake. I sewed it wrong. Don't do what I did. I mean, I'm not even going to show you. I'm going to take it out. But I just want to show you how handy this thing is. When you do make a mistake, it just pulls your stitches out once you seam rip them. Pulls them right out for you. Easy peasy. Take this. Oh, wrong way. Lord, the storm make me nervous. Y'all don't know I'm scared of storms. Take this and sew these two sides together. Okay? Put right sides together. Then go to your machine. And what I'm doing, since it's a 1/2 inch is what I had, is I'm putting my needle all the way to the left and then running this along the edge of my presser foot. Okay? So needle on the left. And then this on the side. Sew your seam. I'll be back again. Now we are right, people. You just got to give me a minute. I messed up. It happens. That's what seam rippers are for. And all that jazz. Okay? So, now, I want my seam ironed open. So, this is my DIY clapper. Okay? I use this. And I'm going to put this in here, and that's going to be my little doodad to iron my seams on. And all I'm going to do is press these seams open like this. Y'all, I got weather statements going off like crazy. But anyways, I'm just going to press this open, and then, you know, you can use a little roller thingy if you want to. This will help press it open, and then you won't have to iron. That's up to you. See how well that does? You can get these at the Dollar Tree. Just saying. I mean, they have little wooden ones online. But this works from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So, yeah. So you can roll it or press it. But you want your seams open. Now, I hope you can hear me. It's really storming. We're all pressed open. This has come unstuck. You can glue that down with a glue stick, or you don't have to. We're fixing to sew that bad boy in there, okay? So now what you want to do is you want to take these inseams, or side seams, or top seams, or whatever it seems like a lot of fabric, but anyways, put these down and sew them. So I'm going to find my middle first, because this is a little off, but that's okay. And I am actually going to clip this with my clips. You can pin it if you so choose to do so. That's your choice. Make sure you put your, I was going to say fiber. You're not eating it. It's not fiber. Interfacing down. Y'all, I'll be all right. I will. Okay? Make sure it's all straight. Pin or clip all the way across. Do this on both sides and sew it just like you sewed this right here. So now we have our boxy style for our serger. You know they're boxy. You can, I'm probably going to go through and serge my edges real quick, especially this top one. You don't have to. Yeah, maybe I won't for time's sake. I don't know. Okay, this. Now all you have to do is bring this up, okay, and then bring it up again, and then iron, and that will have your seam. So I'm going to get my handy dandy 2x4, and I'm going to go around this, and I'm going to iron up first, okay? This will not hurt your 2x4 at all. And then I'll iron it up like that all the way around. I forgot all about having a little tabletop ironing board. You know, these things, let me show you, are so handy. And I forgot all about it till I seen it sitting over there. The 2x4 works, but it was putting steam on my mat. I could have went over here since y'all wasn't watching, but I figured, you know, I might as well get this out. When I looked over there, I seen it. So, yeah. If you got one of these, they are super handy if you don't have an ironing board and you just have an ironing station like me. So I'm going to iron this and pay attention. I'll be right back. My hem is in place, and I'm just going to go make a stitch right along this edge, catching my fabric with my fabric, if that makes sense. You know how to do it. Here it is, and I already flipped it out because I sewed it on my Singer 401 because it was storming and I didn't want my baby lock on because it's a computerized machine and the vintage ones are not, so I used that. Plus, I didn't want to put my baby lock through the stress of sewing through all these bulky seams. That's just me. So, you can now take your point turner or whatever you have and poke your corners out. This is what the inside looks like. Again, you can see this piece is flapping. You can glue that down. Fabric glue would be great to glue that down. I start to say I'm not going to worry about it, but I am going to glue it down because it might catch on the serger thread pieces. I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm going to tack that down, and then I'll show you what it looks like on my serger. So this is what it looks like on my serger, and I could not be happier. There it is. See, if it didn't have that interfacing, it would be so saggy right there. So that's why I did that. And then here's the other side, and it fits perfect. Love it. Use your covers as your patterns. It's easy, people. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel and ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. You never know what I'm going to do on this channel, except on Saturdays. It's usually a Sew It Saturday. But with all that being said, you are a blessing. And I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.